while we're doing tonight's problem of the day. Since change, woo, do we know how to read that? 375 thousandths, sometimes known as 0.375. I know. But what does it mean? It means 375 thousandths with a th on the end of it into a percent and fraction. Reduce the fraction to lowest terms. All right, once again, we've got 375 thousandths. We're going to make it into percent. That part's easy. The fraction isn't that hard. It just takes a little bit of time. So let's take a look at this problem, see how we're going to work through it. Our problem of the day, starting off with a decimal. All right, and we did mention that it is 375 thousandths. I like putting a problem like this on the show for the simple reason. A lot of our students just read that 0.375. Sometimes they'll say 0.375, but most of the time we hear 0.375. You hear that on TV, you hear that everywhere. I like for people to remember a little bit what those actually entail. Now, as thousandths, let's write it as a fraction. That's 375 over, divided by, however you want to look at it, 1,000. Woo! And we're going to reduce that. We are going to reduce that. And you say, Ernie, that doesn't look pretty. I agree, it doesn't look pretty, but we're going to work with it as best we can. That's part of the challenge on the problem of the day today. So let's take it down. Let's work it down, because actually it comes out pretty nice. How do we do something like this? Well, I look at the 5 and the 0, all right? And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that 375, and I'm going to take that 1,000, and I notice that there's a 5 or a 0. Now, why is that important? Because a 5 and a 0 tells me I can divide by 5 evenly. I can't divide by 10 evenly on both of them, but I certainly can take care of it with the 5. So let's take a little start on it here. Everybody game on this? Wow. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh, we can do the 1,000 divided by 5. That's very easy. That's going to give us 200. Now you say, Ernie, how'd you do it so fast? I divided 5 into 10, and I've still got 2 zeros to go. 5 goes into 10 evenly. That would give us 2. Add those 2 zeros to your 2. You've got 200. Now, the top part's a little more intimidating. I know it's going to come out even. And I'm really trying not to go and use the calculator. So let's go ahead and do 5 divided into 375. It's pretty straightforward. We're going to look at how many times 5 goes in 3. Well, that ain't going to happen. How about 5 going into 37? Well, it doesn't go evenly, but it does go a little bit. Oh, yeah, a lot bit. How about 7 bit? All right. And you say, well, 7 times 5. Yeah, 7 times 5. That gives us 35. And now let's subtract out, because that's the name of the game. We're subtracting it this time because we're trying to get this thing smaller, certainly. And we're going to now take 5 into 25. Now that breaks even. That breaks even. We will get a 5 out of that. So I'm seeing 75. Still pretty big numbers, aren't they, guys? Well, you know, let's see what we're going to do now. We're going to take this 75 over 200. About to put it over 100. That's not there yet. And it looks like, hey, we got that 5-0 business going on one more time. So how about let's divide again by 5, both the numbers, both digits, and things are beginning to look a little bit better. In fact, I can do this division, I think, in my head. Going down here, it looks like we're going to be ending up with a 40 in the denominator. In the numerator, I see a 15 happening, because a 15 times 5, that's going to give us 75. So now we are ready to go one more notch. Whew. I wonder, do we have anything else that will divide into this? Is that right? 200 divided by 5 gives us 40? Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm kind of wondering if we've got it right there, 15 over 40. Does that finish up? Are we finished? No. We can do 5 again. Everybody's going, choose the 5, Ernie, choose the 5. Yeah, I want you to notice we've got another 5 ready to work through there, because there's that 5-0 combination one more time. And that lends us to 3. Now it's easy, isn't it? And 3/8. Now I'm going to tell you something. I saw a couple of folks who had gotten in our Facebook problem of the day. They have gotten 3/8 in there right. Way to go, you guys on Facebook that are checking out the problem of the day in advance now a lot of times. Others of you get under there. And by the way, that's under Mathline Online. You can always check this. In fact, probably you can see this presentation also on Facebook as well as our YouTube. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But let's get this rolling on through here, because we now have one more task to do. We've done the fraction. Phew, we took it to lowest terms. Yes. Now it's about time to do the easy part. Let's change this thing to a percent. And when we do a percent, it's pretty straightforward. We're going to move that decimal 2 places to the right. So there it is. It's at 375 thousandths. It's right in front of the 3. We're going to move it to where it becomes part of the between, how about it? The 37 and the 5. So we're going to say 37 5/10. 37.5. A lot of you like that. And attach a percent to it. So there are your 2 answers right there. 3/8 for the fraction. And how about it? 37 5/10, or 37, actually 1/2%. You got it going here. That is our problem of the day.